Another day, another excuse. I hate that you're playing. I hate the way that you're talking. I hate the way that you're blaming. I hate the way you're firing. Just another day for LeBron James fans and for LeBron James himself. What's up, y'all? This your boy JP. Today we are looking at UnCut Hoops. LeBron James is the greatest of all time of excuses. Oh man, so let's go ahead and get into this video of why LeBron James is the greatest of all time in terms of excuses. If you have your reasons why, please put it down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to ItzJustJP for more content. Let me know what you're going to react to next. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Naysayers and basketball savants that don't know nothing about basketball and telling me I should have shot that shot in Miami instead of passing the Cam. Well, I did the same thing tonight because I trust my teammates and I make the right play every single time.
I don't understand what's going on in the replay center, to be honest. Instead of this year or last year or whatever, D-Lo clearly gets hit in the face on a drive. And it's just basketball. At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Well, maybe. You're just making excuses.
Caldwell both. First, James was mad at the officials, but he was even more upset with his bench.
Stop it. Get some help. Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking anywhere, but you out of here.
Yo, I see what UnCut Hoops is doing. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, pushing the Jordan agenda here. Making LeBron James fans mad. I see what you're doing, UnCut Hoops. I see what you're doing.
We was just hit with injuries after injuries after injuries, and it's hard to come back from that.
It's not about excuses. You got a job to do. You got to go out there and do it. You have to be effective or find a way to be effective and not make excuses, which is paying up and play.
When it comes to LeBron James and losing, over the past 21 years, they become very, very close friends. And when LeBron James loses, what's one thing you can always count on? The patented excuse.
I'll continue to tell you guys we were undermanned. Pretty much played the last 3 games with a broken hand, so that's what it is.
In this series versus Denver, he just unloaded the clip with numerous excuses. After Game 2 Lakers lost, what was the problem? It wasn't LA blowing a 20-point lead and breaking a game winner. The person to blame was the referees. After Game 3 going down 3-0, basketball, not a big deal, doesn't really matter. Then after Game 5, what do we get? The old, my team was hurt, we had no chemistry, we were injured, that's my excuse. Whenever LeBron James loses, it's not a question of if, but when he'll make an excuse.
It's hard to say who we are, what we can be, because we have yet to be whole. I think we was only probably whole maybe 1 or 2 times this year, and I know one of them was during the in-season game when we got whole and we showed what we was capable of doing.
If the media had any credibility, a shred of self-respect, they would stop LeBron James on the spot and correct his lies. As looking at the in-season tournament, the teams the Lakers were playing a combined win percentage of 42.9%. Congrats, LeBron James. Over the first 20 games this season, you beat the Jazz, Grizzlies, and Portland Trailblazers numerous times. And the funny thing is, looking at LA's team, their core 6, and most of these guys were healthy all season long. Anthony Davis, 76 games, the most since his Pelican days. LeBron James, 71, the most since 2018. D-Lo, almost 76. Reeves, 82.
Shout out Austin Reeves.
78.
Shout out.
Rui, 68.
68.
The Lakers this year were fairly healthy, and despite that, only won 47 games and finished the 8th seed in the Western Conference. The only 2 players for LA that were actually hurt this year were Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent. But here's the thing. Those guys were hurt the entire season, including the in-season tournament. Once again, I'm going to show you guys LeBron's excuse backfires right in his face. And when it comes to past NBA superstars, whether it's themselves or their team being hurt, I don't remember those guys in the past making excuses, giving caveats or asterisks, for their team not winning. I don't remember that.
Sure, physically, we may be a little tired, but we got the hearts. Our heart is not tired, and that means a lot more than the physical in some respects. We can complain and we can do whatever we have to say about the referees, once we get into the locker room, but out there on the basketball court, we can't control the game. The referees control the game, and every time we may mouth off and say something, we're giving away free points.
What up, y'all? JP is here. I want to give a huge shout out to my partners over at BETUS. If you go ahead and sign up today to BETUS, you get a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. If you want to win you some money by making some bets on NBA games, like who you think is going to win between the Celtics and the Cavaliers, or the Thunder and the Mavericks, or the other teams too as well that's in the playoffs. If you just go sign up to BETUS, the link is below the YouTube description. So if you go there and sign up, you get a 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Not only that, you also get a 10% gambler's insurance. Man, that is a hell of a deal. So why are you waiting? If you want to win you some money and some sports, go to BETUS and sign up today.
I mean, players like Kobe, Iverson, and Jordan, they actually conceal injuries, keep them secret for years at a time. I mean, imagine Jordan's excuse in 1993. He could have said, I had a bad sprained wrist, I was fatigued, we're going for a three-peat, we just didn't have it. 1998, he could have blamed his age, being 35 years old, having the oldest roster, and with Robin and Paden breaking down. He could have blamed that. Or Kobe in 2010 having a broken finger. He could have blamed that for not winning the championship for 4 Hall of Famers in the finals. My overall point being, the playoffs, the finals, are about adversity. And the truly great NBA legends, they use adversity as a stepping stone to becoming even greater. Not as a crutch for excuses when they lose. And looking back at the NBA media, when it came to this Lakers vs. Denver series, heading into it, they were just giddy, overjoyed, with the slight possibility the Lakers could win this series and win a championship.
If LeBron knocks this guy off in the next couple of weeks at this age and goes on to win a championship in the league, I think it does influence the conversation. And it's a huge factor.
Laker Nation, we gotta stand up.
Stephen A.
Oh my Lord. Probably about 5 o'clock this afternoon, if you look up in the sky, that ain't the bad signal, it's the crown.
If LeBron James beats Denver, I don't know how strong my argument is going to be on behalf of Jordan moving forward.
Now, seeing all that hype, all that build-up, after the series is over, where's that gone? If those were your expectations, that was kind of your standard you're holding him to, now that he's lost. Any retractions, any edits, any, I was wrong, any of that? ESPN every single year hypes LeBron James up possibly as being the GOAT if he does blank. But eventually when it doesn't happen, the slate's wiped clean, rinse, repeat,
Nothing
do
happens.
the same thing next year, and he eventually makes the playoffs. And you might say LeBron James, he's 39 years old, season 21, you're holding him to a very high standard, which I guess is true. But looking at someone like Nick Wright, when it comes to Michael Jordan, Nick Wright, to this very day, holds Jordan years in Washington against him very, very much.
Like, you're going to bring up the Wizards years? I don't know, guys. Was he playing? Was he younger when he started with the Wizards than LeBron is right now?
If Nick Wright's making the rules, and Michael Jordan's years in Washington, he was 38, 39, and 40. Count on his resume are held against him. Let's do the same thing with LeBron James in Los Angeles. When LeBron got to LA, he was 34 years old. Now he's approaching 40. That first year, 2019, missed the playoffs after activating playoff mode. 2020, the bubble championship. 21, first round exit. 2022, the biggest super team blunder of all time. 2023, made the West Finals, got swept. And of course, 2024, got beat 4-1 in the first round by that same Nuggets team. That is LeBron James' resume in Los Angeles in this really close run. Now looking at Jordan, only played 4 years from 34 to 40. But still, accomplished much more than LeBron
NBA
James.
champ, NBA champ, 37-45, 37-45.
As a 497, was an NBA champion, as well as Finals MVP. And then, of course, 98 at age 35, won the MVP, the championship, and the Finals MVP. We're playing by Nick Wright's rules of putting Jordan LeBron James to the utmost standard of a, quote, NBA GOAT. And, of course, when you do that, Michael Jordan's years in his post-prime look far superior than LeBron James. And speaking of Nick Wright, being the slimy weasel he is, after Game 5 versus Denver, this got a straight face, so this game in this series has an asterisk because Anthony Davis got hurt.
I hate this for Anthony Davis, and I hate this even more for Kevin Wildes, because this should be an asterisk-free Category 1, and instead now I guess we'll just never know.
Never know.
I mean, it's hard to... I mean, they were up 8. They went AD...
Six, actually.
I'm sorry, they had been up 8. They were up 6 when AD got hurt. It felt like 8. Thank you.
Now look, I disagree with that take completely, but if we're going to do this...
Come on, Nick Wright. Come on.
Opening up Pandora's box...
Come on,
LeBron's
Nick Wright.
career.
Come on.
If you want to talk asterisks, look at the 2016 Finals, LeBron's crowning achievement. That year in the Finals, Andrew Bogut...
Out Game 6, game ball suspended.
Draymond Green, suspended for Game 5. Steph Curry, injured ankle, hurt MCL, and Andre Iguodala had a back injury. The 2020 bubble in the NBA Finals, Bam Adebayo Game 1 hurt his shoulder. The next 2 games was completely out. Goran Dragic, the exact same thing. Game 1 got hurt, missed 4 consecutive games after the East Finals, been the second leading scorer on Miami, behind Bam, who was first. I'm not saying those series have asterisks, but I mean, let's be real, some of them do. But if we're going to say Game 5 in Denver has an asterisk for sure, I mean, keep that same energy for LeBron James and his final opponents. Long story short, LeBron yet again, age 39, year 21, was hyped up to the moon and came crashing down in the first round of the playoffs. And like I showed you guys earlier, LeBron never can take a loss on the chin and just own it. Whenever he loses, it's the refs, his teammates, his coach, it's someone else besides him.
It's just
That's
basketball.
when comparing to someone like Jordan or Kobe. I can't go there. There's mentality, an overall approach to the game, and attitude. So that right there is the end of the video. As always, thank you guys for
I'm a standard when it comes to like LeBron James. The media mostly is to blame too as well. Don't know how much you be paying the media to get the agenda out there of him being the greatest of all time and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's people's opinions at the end of the day. But it's always a double standard because, you know, like he said on UnCut Hoops, you know, like anytime they win, there was no asterisks of like what happened, you know, like the 2016 Finals, Draymond gets suspended, Bo gets out, Curry's fighting an injury, Andre Iguodala fighting an injury. So yeah, that 2016 Warriors team could have won the championship right there if all these things didn't happen. But anytime that he loses, it's always something, you know, with the referees, the players, coaching, just anything, you know. Now I might have seen him a couple of times take it to the chin and said that's on me and stuff, but it's always something. It's always something. But that's LeBron James at the end of the day. He's still a great player. I just think that we just have to keep that same energy of when we're talking about him in the greatest of all time conversation. You got to keep the same energy when he loses. You know, like I'm just talking to the media. For example, media, when LeBron James loses, when you hype him up and say, oh, yeah, if he beats Denver and gets to the championship and gets a title, he is the greatest of all time. It's hard for me to defend Jordan after he did that. Okay, keep the same energy the next day when LeBron loses in the first round and just be like, you know what, LeBron James, you know, that team wasn't good enough. Or, you know, like, I mean, just something, like, keep the same energy. It just seems like they say this and then they just take that part out and disappear, wipe slate clean. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It's always Darvin Ham, it's D'Angelo Russell, it's Anthony Davis. It's just something. Just something. It just seems like the slate has been wiped clean, unfortunately. So, but you know, like I said, like people still got LeBron James as the greatest of all time, and that is no problem with me at all. It is what it is, though. But that was a great video by UnCut Hoops. Let me know your thoughts about the video too as well, and comment down below what you want me to react to next. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to ItzJustJP. I'm JP. We'll see you in the next video.